So at that point, I think the next thing that the judge said was, when did you lock them out or whatever? Because I think it was on the fall that we got locked out or something like that. I'm not 100% sure how that part went. But basically, she said we got locked out on the 1st. I pull up my notes in my phone. Like, can I go on my phone real quick? Because no, it actually was the 30th. That was the first time that we got locked out.
Exactly, which happened to be, was it a day or two? It was 2 days. It was 2 days after she had filed for no rent. Mind you, remember, I said she was trying to cover her hindquarter. That's how she went about doing it. 2 days after filing that we didn't pay no rent, she then decided to lock the door.
And mind you, y'all, in between then is when she did her self-eviction letter. Like, she wrote up a letter that said, like, we had to go as the landlord, and she just thought that that was how she gets us to be evicted. So then after that, the judge just kept asking us, like, okay, so what happened after that? What happened after that? I'm like, well, she proceeded to lock us out again on, what, the 3rd? So at that point, we're just calling the police pretty much every other day because we're locked out. And they've already told her and her husband they cannot lock us out legally. But guess what? They're still locking us out. She still kept asking what happened after that, what happened after that. Then that's when I proceeded to tell her, like, you know, in between locking us out and all that, they waited for us to come out our room and come out the bathroom. And every time we did that, you know, they came out taunting us, piece of shit, and you know, fat and this and that, and calling us every name under the sun you can even think of, and recording us in our towels when we coming out the bathroom, taunting and harassing and carrying on. So yeah, it was a whole lot of cop calling going on because, you know, we wasn't trying to do what we really wanted to do. I mean, let's be for real. We ain't trying to go to jail. So
especially not for them.
Yeah, like, what? We not going to jail. If anything, y'all are going to go to jail.
So basically, after that, she was basically like, the judge was like, all right, I'm hearing all of this. Okay, so since you wanted to do all of that, landlord, right? Let me look at this form, because this form is the reason why we're here to begin with in the first place. And when she began to read it, she started asking questions. Now, mind you guys, this ain't questions like, oh, you got to find the answer to. These are yes or no, right? And she literally asked her, she says, so, did you file this on whatever date, right? She goes into explaining. Judge goes, I don't need you to explain. This is a yes or no. Did you file this on this date?
Right.
She goes, finally gets a yes. Goes, okay.
After she's going back and forth trying to explain herself and yeah.
Constantly, like she always does.
Yeah, lying in that lady face after
her teeth. Which also, the judge knew she was lying.
Literally.
Because literally, you know how everybody sit back when somebody lying to them, they just be like, that's how the judge did. So the judge went from like this to like, come on now, you really want to play with me?
Facts.
But anyway, so boom. So stammering and lying, she goes, the judge goes, I just want a yes or a no. I don't care about the explanation. We'll go over that later. So then she finally gets a yes. Then she goes, okay, so it's, you said the first lockout, right? She used her own words against her. Mind you, the judge knew we had facts because my baby went in her phone and had everything literally lined up, right? Even down to the timestamp. So if y'all gonna get y'all, you know what I'm saying, get y'all one of these, you know what I'm saying? It's chicken salad, okay? So anyway, so boom, right? So she, what's her name? She uses her words against her. She goes, so you said the first lockout was November 1st, correct? Now in the beginning, when she said, so when was the first lockout? This is what the judge opened with. She says, November 1st. November 1st, right? So now the judge, after all the information gets put on the table, now she like, so you locked them out on November 1st, right? What happened, babe?